yeah, if I don't show up. And that's the only way I can lose. And believe me, I will be there.
This is Daryl, Too Sweet Coley, 38-2, 28 knockouts, former #1 welterweight in the world, on the neutral corner with Jerry Sosa.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass. You won't do shit.
Hey everybody, it's Jerry and Daryl Too Sweet Coley from the Neutral Corner on FFN Radio Network. Our guest tonight, Daryl, you must know our guest tonight because he's from Washington.
He's one of my favorite fighters, man.
We're waiting for him to come on. Hopefully he joins on. Blaze will let us know when he comes on. But our guest tonight is former boxer DeMarcus Coley.
DeMarcus Chop Corley.
I knew it.
Corley, not Coley. Corley.
Corley. Yes. He's trying to get on, and I don't know what his issue is, but he's trying to get on. He said he clicked the link, but we're gonna go anyway. You know, we're gonna talk about his boxing career. He had a boxing career 2 decades. He fought Zab Judah, Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, and others. He's had 2 decades of boxing. He's fought everybody. He's still active today in boxing, and not only are we going to talk about his boxing career, Daryl, but he designs all his.
He's talented, man. He's a very talented guy. He's talented.
Not only that, he's a cook. I follow his cooking shows.
He's a talented guy.
Yeah. So I mean, and he's got a great boxing career, and I hope we can get him on. And I know he's trying to get on, and maybe our producer can help us out in some way getting him on. But how do you? Most of the guys he's fought, in fact, all the guys he's fought, are retired and done, and Chop is still doing his thing. He has a 51 fights and 33 losses, but he's got 28 knockouts. He's had 85 bouts. You know what I mean? 85 bouts.
Jerry, this is why Chop is my favorite fighter. It's not about winning or losing to him. It's about competing.
Yeah.
And and I'm not strong enough as a person to have the sportsmanship to lose and keep the spirits of being the same person. Like if I lose, it takes a lot out of me. So that's why I try not to lose. That's why I fight so hard not to lose. This guy lost many times, man, and smiles, and like Oscar De La Hoya has that same gene in him. Oscar can lose and smile and get a guy props and be a good sport. And the same with Chop. That's why I look at this guy, man, as my favorite fighter, man, because he's a very strong individual and he's a great fighter. He's a very disciplined fighter.
And to think about, he's still active today. He had a fight this weekend that just passed, and and he's in tremendous shape. I don't know if you've seen him lately, but the guy's in tremendous shape. You know what I mean? I just think it's exciting that most of the guys he fought are retired. He's still fighting.
You can go back. You can go back 30. Listen to me. I'm not even exaggerating. You can go back 35 years and look at a picture of him. He's still the same size.
Right.
He's still weigh the same weight he wore 35 years ago.
That's like, how does he do that?
Discipline. That's why I have so much respect for this guy. It's discipline. I stayed at 147 pounds from age 17 all the way up to age 30 and thought that was something. This guy has done this for almost 40 years of his life, man. This man,
Right.
I've never seen nobody hold that weight that long.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And he's having trouble saying his browser don't. I'm gonna give him Blaze's number to call because Blaze is gonna give me.
Give Blaze his number.
I got him on Messenger.
Oh.
What are you eating?
Chinese food, and I'm not. Listen, I'm not
Chinese.
Chinese.
It ain't Chinese. You ain't got Chinese food out there like we got Fall River. You don't have it. You don't have it.
I apologize to everybody. I know I'm supposed to eat.
No, it's all right. Hang on, man. This is odd. This is live though. This is live, Daryl. This is live.
Yeah. It's not nothing wrong with people know what we go through to get them a
good to get you a good show.
So no, Jerry. Jerry.
What?
We okay. We okay until we get on.
Yeah. We okay. What do you remember best about Daryl Coley? I mean Chop Chop.
This is what I remember about Chop. Chop, he jump rope backwards, and he don't do it. He don't do it just to play around the rope. That's the only way he jump rope is backwards. He turn the rope backwards.
Jump ropes backwards.
He never jumped forward. I don't even know if he know how to jump forward. He jumps backwards. He never jumped from amateur till now. I've never seen him jump forward.
Really?
Never in my life seen him jump forward. He jumped back. He can jump backwards for 2 hours without even missing.
Wow.
I mean, really, man. I mean, I take my hat off. I pay attention to people, and his discipline level is so respected by me. It doesn't make sense. He's a very disciplined, humble guy, man. That's very talented outside of boxing, man.
Wow, that's amazing. I can't believe.
I know him when he was an amateur, man. When he was a kid, man. I know.
You're from the same area, not? Well, you're both from Washington.
Yeah, we fought in the same tournaments, man. He was a little smaller than me, and we I don't know when he turned pro, but I maybe turned pro before him. But he's a little younger than me. But I paid attention to him, man, since we was coming up, man. And I've actually boxed with him one time, man. I boxed with him once, and it was a great work, man. It was great work.
That's amazing. I can't believe we're working to get him on because we got to get him on, man. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He jump ropes backwards.
Listen, I've never seen it in my life. I mean, I know somebody we can jump rope backwards. We all can jump rope backwards, but he don't. I don't think he know how to jump rope forward.
Really?
I don't think so.
That's crazy. Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Too sweet. Who wins in the fight? You or Chop Chop?
Me and Chop Chop. Who wins in the fight?
Yeah.
When? Now or back then?
No, in your prime. In your prime.
You
know what? Go ahead.
Because
I got to hit on something. Justin brings up a good point.
Do you want me to answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead. Answer the question.
Ask the question again, so people know.
Here we go.
Ask the question again.
He says, so Justin Vieira says, too sweet. Who wins in a fight? You or Chop Chop Corley?
I'm gonna say Chop Chop only because I love Chop, man. Listen, man, Chop is my friend, man. I love Chop, man. That's how much respect I have for Chop. I'm gonna give him the victory, man. I'm gonna give him the victory.
Yeah, really? You know what? I think when I look at his fights, and we'll bring him up on a video when we get him on. When I look at Chop Chop's fights, when he fought Miguel Cotto, when he fought Floyd Mayweather, when he fought Zab Judah, he fought them later in his career. Yeah, I think if he would have fought them early on, it would have been a different outcome.
Well,
good, man.
I remember the Cotto fight. Cotto, he hurt Cotto extremely bad, and he made an inexperienced mistake. Like I guess he played shit with him, and that was what caused him to fight. but if he would have beat Cotto, he would have been Floyd Mayweather.
Look, he landed one of the hottest punches of Mayweather, and he had Mayweather stunned. And it was the most difficult few seconds. He hit. I looked up. You can tell me I'm wrong.
Jerry. He knocked Floyd Mayweather down. They didn't call it.
Okay.
They didn't call it. It ain't, forget him hurting Floyd. He knocked Floyd down. Floyd glove hit the canvas. They didn't call it a knockdown.
Landed one of the hottest punches against Mayweather ever to get hit with a right hand that staggered him in the 4th round. Mayweather was stunned, and it was the most difficult few seconds of his career.
No, I think Shane. I think Shane Mosley had him hurt more than anybody, but I definitely say Chop is the only fighter to ever knock Floyd down. They didn't call it.
Really?
They didn't call it. They didn't call it.
His glove hit the canvas?
His glove hit the canvas. Chop knows his glove hit the canvas. I know his glove hit the canvas. Floyd Mayweather knows his glove hit the canvas. They didn't call it. I think Shane Mosley had Floyd hurt more than anybody, but he's the only person that knocked Floyd down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow. And I'm still thinking him jump roping back. Listen, the guy's in phenomenal shape. How old is he? He's going to be our age. I'm 51.
You, how old are you?
51.
Oh, I ain't always older than you, Jerry. I'm 52. What? Chop got to be in his late 40s.
Yeah, but he's in tremendous shape. He cooks. He did. What do you think about him designing his and the producers in the background working on getting them on? So just be patient with us. But what do you think about? Listen, man, you eating that Chinese? Wait, hold up.
I know.
No, wait, hold up. When you come to Fall River, Massachusetts, that's when you're gonna get real, authentic Chinese food. Hey, you ain't eating Chinese food out there. You eating wet noodles with spaghetti with Chinese sauce. That's what you're eating.
I'm that, Jerry. I'm eating shrimp fried rice.
What color is the fried rice? Show me. I want to see it. I want to show it to me.
Well, it's almost gone.
I don't care. Nah, man. That looks like they steamed it in the bag. When you come to Fall River, Massachusetts, I'm going to take you for Chinese food. You, me, Blaze, Justin, we're going to go to Meesum's Chinese restaurant in Fall River, Massachusetts. It's world renowned for its chow mein sandwich. World renowned. Been on all the cooking shows. And I'm going to give you shrimp fried rice. And I swear, every time you want shrimp fried rice, you're going to have a dried ice packet to Washington because you're going to like that much. Now, I'm telling you, where I'm at right now, we got the best food in the world, in the country. When it comes to Chinese food, when it comes to Portuguese food, all that stuff. Chop will tell you, he makes mac and cheese better than my auntie. I told you that today.
You never tasted mac and cheese.
But I look at it.
It looks like very deceiving.
Daryl, the man had.
Hey man, you can see I'm a big fan of Chops, man. I even said if me and Chop fight, Chop will win. Come on, man. I can't be a bigger fan than that. Come on, come on now.
See, even Justin's saying it right now. He's like, that ain't Chinese food too sweet. Come on, visit, and we will have.
Let me explain to you and Justin. It's Daryl's food. It ain't Chinese food. It's Daryl's food because it's mine.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. But listen, Chop Cole, he took on. I'm going to say it again. He took on Miguel Cotto. I thought Miguel Cotto was a really hard puncher. He had
Cotto out cold. And you know what Chop did? You know what he did? I remember this clearly. He looked in front of him. Look at me, Jerry. He looked in front of him. Then like this shook and then that was enough time for Cotto to get himself together.
Really?
If he stayed on him to knock him out.
I don't know, man. Chop was really, really. He did a bare knuckle fight.
Yeah.
You did? Mm-hmm. I mean, he didn't win, but I mean, this guy's in active and everything, man. I could never do a bare knuckle fight.
That's the thing, Jerry. This is what Chop's bringing.
He's very athletic. He's very.
Look, Jerry.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Listen, this is what Chop brings to the awareness of another This what it brings to boxing to me. You can't Chop can't lose. Even if the decision don't go his way, he don't lose to me. You know why? Because he's doing something that he's been doing for so long, and he's entertaining the fans. He's entertaining himself. His career been over. He's just entertaining people. So when they give the decision to the other person, that's not a loss to Chop. That's a victory because this guy still enjoying what he did since he was a kid. And that's why
I want to know. I want to know, and that's why I hope. I mean, they're working in the background and getting him on, but I want to know why he even started boxing. That's what I want.
I don't know. I don't know. But
I know you don't know, but
I can't wait to hear it. But I'm so glad he did start because I'm a big fan of his, man.
Yeah, and there was a lot of great. How many other great fighters came out of Washington that you know of?
Man, a lot. I mean, I must say, you can't ask me that because I think those that other people don't think great, I think they're great. I got a Curtis Peoples.
Curtis Peoples.
Curtis Peoples. He beat me. I fought him 4 times. I beat him 3. He beat me once. And he's a great fighter. He's one of my favorite fighters, along with Chop Chop. I'm just a huge fan of people that participate in hard sports like this. So I'm cheering for everybody.
Yeah,
People that win, and I don't have a win or loss column in my book. I don't think you better because you won. I think y'all even because you participated. That makes sense to you.
No, it does. It does. I think 2 decades. His career spanned for 2 decades, and in fact longer because he's still active today. Fighting Zab Judah, Mayweather, Cotto. You know what I mean? Being in a bare knuckle match. What? Are you kidding me? Bare knuckle, no gloves, man, no gloves. Bare knuckle.
That's the same thing will happen when I see you. Bare knuckle. Soon I see you.
No. What you gonna do with the other 11 rounds?
Hey, Jerry, I'm going dead in your mouth soon as I see you. I'm telling you now. I'm gonna make your mouth.
So, Darryl, how was your day, man?
My day was great, man. I don't hang out with nobody but Lady Champ, man. Lady Champ.
Yeah, Lady Champ's awesome, man. Lady Champ's awesome. We got an event going on here, and I want to talk about it while we got time. November 12th. Punishment Striking Systems is a gym out here in Massachusetts. Aaron Bernardo and Hurricane Promotions is putting on an event called Fight Night, November 12th. You can get tickets. You can find all about that information on Facebook. It's going to be a great event. November 12th, Fight Night. Aaron Bernardo, Punishment Striking Systems, along with Hurricane Promotions. Look them up on Facebook. Get all that information. It's going to be a night of amateur boxing you don't want to miss. And then November 19th, West Point Cadets are going to be taking on Golden Glove fighters of this area. Now, the West Point Cadets they're from New York, Darryl, and they're coming here to take on some of the top fighters in this area for an amateur event, and that's November 19th. So we got 2 great events. One historic building, the PAL is historic. There's not a bad seat in the house at the PAL. I mean, you can sit upstairs and look down on the fight. If you're on a floor, there's not a bad seat in the house. And a lot of guys you might know started their boxing career. They're all boxed there. Vinny Pazienza, Scott the Sandman Pemberton, Ray Shruker Oliveira. There's so many. Chris McDonald, who was a Olympic alternate. Davey Garvin. A lot of great fighters from my area fought at this building. This is going to be a historic event. Yeah. You got two great events. 2 great events, man. Yeah, you should come down, Darryl. You should come down. Justin saying, come on down, Too Sweet. So it's November 12th. There's going to be amateur. They just did a huge event. Punishment Striking Systems and Aaron Bernardo, along with Hurricane Promotions, on the Battleship. Man, it was sold out. Beautiful event, went well. They're doing another event on November 12th, Fight Night, they're calling it, at the historic PAL in Fall River, Massachusetts. But on November 19th, the West Point Cadets from New York are coming down to take on Golden Glove fighters, Golden Glove champs, Golden Glove fighters, and that's another great event. And we're going to be in the historic building in my area. That's great. Freaking great. It's going to be a great night.
Hey, Jerry, let me ask you this. What got you into boxing?
I got into boxing because it was my family in the 40s. My uncle had 289 wins, 289 fights, 181 wins, 89 knockouts. My great grandfather was a boxing trainer. My grandfather was a boxing trainer. Hey, anyway, Daryl, check this out.
Hold on, Jerry. Something going on downstairs. Hold on.
All right, so we're gonna bring on our guest tonight, and I am so excited that we have him, DeMarcus Coley.
Man,
Here you are. We were just talking about you, champ.
you better say my name right. I ain't no Coley.
All right, how do you say your last name? Because I get it mixed up.
I'm gonna beat Daryl up because his last name too close to mine.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting confused. We were just talking about. He said that. So a question came in, right? And we'll get to your introduction, but a question came in, and he asked. He said, the question was, if you and Daryl were to meet each other in the ring, who would win? You know what Daryl said?
What?
He said you would. He said
Why?
you would win.
Because he gonna run?
Wait till he comes back. Wait till he comes back. Here's the question. It was too sweet. Who wins in a fight? You or Chop Corley? How do you pronounce your last name?
Corley.
Corley. All right. So I'm saying it right. I get it. It's really close to Daryl's. But yeah, man. I mean, 2 decades. WBO junior welterweight title from 2001 to 2023. I mean, you fought Zab Judah, Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto. I had you on before. Here's Daryl Too Sweet Coley. Here he is.
Hey, Charles.
I gotta hold on. My producer is the man.
Most definitely.
All right. So,
what happened?
Chop, welcome.
Welcome. Thanks a lot. Too sweet.
Yeah, hold on a second, man. I went out. Hold on. Y'all cut me out, man. Where I'm at?
All right, go back out and come in. He's gonna come back. This is great. Live.
Okay.
Here he is. Can you see?
There we go. Hey, Chop. Hold on, Chop. Listen, man. I told them you always get smart, man. Be quiet, Chop. Listen, they asked me. I told them you was one of my favorite fighters, man. Then they're gonna say this. We from the same area. I told them. They say, who will win if Daryl Coley versus Chop with the fight? I say you because of the fact I love you way more than you love me. You're my man.
I'll let you win. I'll let you win because I'm afraid of your brother.
Hey, look, come here. Hey, Chris. Come here. Look, hold on. Come here, lady champ. Hold on. I got lady champ. What'd you say, Chop? What'd you say? You what?
I'll let you win because of your brother. I'm afraid of your brother.
Wow. He's not afraid of your brother. No, he's not. Man, Chop love my brother love Chop. Hey, Chop, but Chop, listen, regardless of who can be between me and Chop, we from the same hood. Jerry, we'll jump you.
Come on, man.
Hey, Chop.
Champ, listen, I got 2 champs, 2 legends right here, right now on the neutral corners. I am so excited about this. So let's get into this. Chop, I'm gonna call you Chop. Is that okay? It's just right there. Before we get into a lot of other things you're doing, how did you get into boxing, or why did you get into boxing?
I got into boxing just to win trophies. I like to fight, and it was an opportunity to get a reward. You get a trophy or a medal.
That's it.
That was it. Just to win a trophy or a medal was my motivation.
So, Chop, you're saying if you're fighting with nothing involved, when there's no medal or trophy, there's a good chance somebody might beat you. But if it's a trophy involved, you're gonna go up, you're gonna go harder.
Oh.
Wow, this is great. Oh, so your boxing career spanned over 2 decades, but you're still active, right? You're still doing things.
Correct.
You just recently had a fight, or did that happen, or what? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we just fought last week, Saturday. I flew out there Thursday, got there Friday morning. I was drained, weighed in, tried to rejuvenate my body and get myself ready for Saturday fight. I was just completely drained when I went into the fight, and they asked me that I want to continue in the fight. run. I said, nah.
So smart.
Smart,
So smart.
Yeah. No,
So
you
smart.
know your body better than anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So smart.
You know?
Yeah, that
But
was
you
smart.
still
That was
act,
smart.
how do you stay in this tremendous shape you're in? Because I see your videos and how do you, like, I'm 51. I don't know how old Daryl is, but you were in tremendous shape, man.
I'm 52.
You ain't no 52. Stop telling the story, man.
I'm 52. Hey, Chop. Hey, Chop. Listen, man. You're my friend. You're not my father. You don't know how old I am. Yeah, we only friends. Chop, you ain't my father.
Oh man!
Hey, Chop, you, Chop.
Oh man! Look, the boxing chat rooms I put this in are gonna love this. They're gonna love this.
How old are you, Chop?
I'm 48.
He's in tremendous shape, though, man. What is the oxygen thing that you go for? I see. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's done with the Sports and Health Center, Pro-Am Sports and Medicine. They does all the medicals for the fighters, and they also have a hyperbaric chamber that fighters go in, which I get in every day pretty much. Come to find out, it helps with my asthma. It helps expand my lungs to give me more oxygen in my body. So when I'm in the gym training, I can perform at a higher level.
Wow. Let me ask you something. Jump roping. You jump rope backwards a lot?
I can't jump forward. I'll miss.
I told you.
Darryl, you were right.
I told you.
You were right. That's amazing. Yeah. So in 2003, Zab Judah fight, right? Tell me a little about how that fight came about. Did you know anything before the Zab Judah fight? Go ahead. Come on, Daryl. I mean, come on, Chop. Tell me.
Okay, this 2003 January, we was up at Philly at the Bernard Hopkins fight. I think Bernard was fighting Robert Allen, and we was at the press conference. Bernard had just won, and I had me and another guy out of the city, out of DC. We was there, and they were like, "Yeah, Chop here, Zab here. What y'all gonna do?" They were like, "Man, Chop don't normally travel with nobody. He just here by himself, and Zab be deep with like 12 brothers."
Yes.
So they started talking, mouthing and whatnot. So me and Zab was going back and forth saying what we'll do to each other. So one of Zab's brothers was like, "Man, Zab, forget that joker, forget him." And I was like, "It's whatever, what up?" And he was like, "What? What you saying?" And then Zab sucker punched me.
Wow. Man.
And then the fight broke out. Don King and them broke it up. Said, "Why y'all fighting not get paid? Why don't we just make the fight?"
Right.
From January till June, Chop was training for Zab.
I'm gonna have my producer put up a little bit of that fight. We're gonna watch it, and then we'll get into a little bit of a discussion about it. All right. Let's watch a little bit of it. Go ahead, bring it up. He's gonna bring it up, and we're gonna see that. That's an amazing story.
And yeah,
Former junior lightweight champion of the world, the undefeated Pretty Boy, Floyd.
Wait. Hey, Chop. Did you know he Mayweather down or not?
Did Zab knock him down?
No, did you knock him down? No, but that you was that.
That was Zab.
Zab knocked him down. His hand hit the cab. That was that.
But no, was that? I thought that was Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, you had to hurt like twice.
Yeah, but so was it? So you had a little scuffle in a gym before the fight.
Yeah, it was at the press conference. So it was unfinished business from that point onward.
Right. So I think I want to see if this is the one. Yeah, this is the one with Zab Judah. Yeah. So here we go. Man, you in some tremendous shape, Chop, man. Always. Oh my gosh. So he's gonna cut the sound out so we can talk about it. How you feeling right now? Is your heart pumping right now when you see this?
Nah, no.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have got the rematch with Zab though. It was always unfinished business.
Yeah, yeah.
It was personal with me because of what he did in Philly.
Right.
I was gonna take that to my grave with me, so I had to make sure I get him back, and it took me almost 15 years to get that boy back.
Wow.
What you mean? What you mean get him back?
When he sucker punched me, I'm gonna get you back.
What you do, child?
That was what you did, Chop.
It took me all the way up to 2015 when Floyd was getting ready for the Pacquiao fight.
Right. You were Floyd Mayweather. You were sparring with Floyd.
Oh, that's right. Y'all was in the gym with Floyd.
Yeah, and Zab needed some work. He was getting ready for a fight in May, and he asked me for some sparring, and I said, yeah. So we supposed to did 6 rounds, but he only gave me 2 rounds because I got out on him.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So everybody was like, Chop, why you going so hard with Zab? I was like, look, man, when you get in this ring, it's work. It ain't no playtime in here.
Right.
So when Floyd came to the gym, he was like, man, I heard what happened, Chop. They told me all over the phone. I like, Floyd, can you promote us and give us a rematch?
Right.
He said, yeah, tell Zab to come talk to me. I'll do the rematch with Showtime. I told Zab, and Zab like, nah, I don't want to do no rematch. I said, why not? We can get paid. He was like, I don't want to do no rematch. I said, well, okay, I'm going to go out there and put it out there. You scared to give me a rematch? And he said, I wouldn't do that. That's dangerous.
Oh, wow.
I said, who you think you telling? That's dangerous too. I'm from the city.
Exactly.
So I went on social media that Friday, and it went viral. The stuff I said about him.
I seen it.
It was in Sports Illustrated magazine 2015 issue.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, and when Zab seen me on Monday, he stepped to me and he asked me why did I say what I said. I said, well, I told the truth. I said you a punk, you was a pussy, and you a fake ass New Yorker.
Right.
Wow.
And when I said that, that joker said mother, and as he was trying to say motherfucker, I hit his ass.
Wow. Wow. And so you knew a lot about Zab Judah even before this fight we're watching right now.
Yeah, we was friends. We both was in camp with Pernell Whitaker. He getting ready for the Alfredo Rivera's rematch.
Yeah. Was it a little difficult because you're both southpaws?
If I wasn't so personal in this fight, I would have beat Zab. It was personal when I was in there. I was fighting off of anger and frustration.
Right. Hey, Chop, let me ask you something, Chop. You work with Pernell and you work with Floyd. Who was a better fighter? Pernell Whitaker or Floyd Mayweather?
Pernell.
Wow.
Whoa.
Really? Tell me why, though. Chop, tell me why.
Pernell was more of a veteran fighter compared to Floyd. He's a more seasoned fighter. Pernell knew how to hit you with shots and break you down 3 rounds later.
Oh, wow. I guess.
Floyd was just hitting you with shots just to win the round, just to look good.
Right.
Who hit harder?
Who was the bigger puncher?
Pernell, of course.
Pernell was a bigger puncher than Floyd?
Floyd can't punch. He don't have punching power. He got fast hands. No, Pernell can punch.
Oh, could he, man?
He can punch.
Oh, wow.
And he love to go to the body.
Yeah. Wow. Season. Wow.
So when you fought Mayweather, I know you hit him with the right hand, and from what I read, that staggered him. But Daryl says you knocked him down. But before we get to that, Daryl.
He told me who it was. It was Zab Judah that knocked him down. It was that. But I was thinking it was Chop. But Chop heard him.
Chop in the 4th round, Chop hit Mayweather with the right hand and stunned him. It was the most difficult seconds of his career.
He heard him twice.
Did you think you had him in that? Did you think you had him in that fight when you hit him? I think it was the 4th round.
Yeah, we thought we had him. If he would have kept exchanging with me, we would have caught him again. But he listened to his uncle. His uncle told him to box me. Don't bang with me. That was the game plan. Working with Don Turner. Don Turner said, you got to make Floyd fight. Him and Andrew Counsel. He said, you can't box him. You got to make that motherfucker fight.
Right.
And that was the game plan, to make Floyd fight. And if Floyd would have kept exchanging with me, we would have caught him again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the game plan was to kind of go in there and make it a brawl with him, right? Is that what you wanted to do?
Yep.
What was the Doom session with Jeff Mayweather? You remember that?
Yeah, that's fun. Jeff liked to have fun and play, and he called it the Doom. He hit you with the shots you don't see, so it's like an overhand that you don't see coming. Because he said, "Watch out for the Doom."
Right.
What big old mitts on?
Did anything surprise you with Mayweather when you were in there with him? Because I know you anything surprise you with? Was his speed? Was it his power? Was it his lack of power? I mean, what was it about Mayweather that you learned when you were in that fight?
In that fight with him, or in the fight with him, he had tremendous hand speed.
Really?
He was punching like he had a Uzi. He was throwing so many damn punches. They was coming so fast. That wasn't hurt me. I took a knee just so he could stop punching.
Wow.
I wasn't hurt or nothing. I just took a knee so the motherfucker could stop punching.
So when you fought Mayweather and you fought, we'll get into the Miguel Cotto fight and Zab Judah. It was kind of towards not the end of your career, but you already had a few fights. You think if you would have caught these guys earlier on and had the right mindset where you didn't take emotions into the Zab Judah fight, you would have kind of.
The Cotto fight, we got set up in Puerto Rico for that fight. If that fight was anywhere else, I would have got Cotto. But the referee stopped that fight premature.
Yeah.
The Zab Judah fight, just emotional, frustrated, trying to get him back from 6 months of him sucker punching me in anger.
Right.
Yeah. And let's get back to the Mayweather fight. Was Mayweather, you said, didn't have a heavy punch? He
can't punch.
He got heavy hands, yeah?
No, he don't have heavy hands. He don't got no punching power. He got speed.
Right. Well, speed brings power, right? Is that what they say?
That's what they say, but Floyd don't hit hard. He don't turn his punches over. He don't ball his fists all the way out when he punches.
Yeah. So what all the, I mean, you had Jeepus, you had 85 fights your professional career. You were 51-33 with 28 knockouts. Or you held
87 now.
Yeah. That's amazing how you're still act. And you even had a bare knuckle fight. I was telling Darryl about that. What was that like? Tell me about that experience.
It was fun. I mean, I would love to do it again, but nobody want to fight me. They won't take a risk at me. I'm a dangerous fighter when it comes to fighting.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree. What was it like, though? I mean, that was something new. The rules are different, right? And the way you wrap your hands and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's different. You got to wrap your hands just above the knuckle. After that, it's just like growing up in the hood. You're gonna have a street fight.
Hey, Chop, who can be between you and Justin?
Justin who?
The one that asked who can be between me and you.
Well, Justin asked the question that's what he asked.
He asked who will win if me and you fight. Who will win if you and Justin fought?
I'll beat him too.
Oh boy, Justin, I hope you're listening. So your boxing career, if there was ever and I probably know the answer to this. If there was anyone you could rematch and really want to fight again, who would it be?
If they can make my weight,
yeah,
I would go with Zab first.
Boy, you still angry? You still mad? He's still mad. He's still mad. He's like, I want him in the worst way. Let's get Zab Judah on so we can discuss this, man.
Nah, Zab can't fight no more. He had the bleeding on the brain. Zab, he cool now.
Oh, for real? Did he, man?
Yeah, he can't fight no more.
And when his fights, man, how you get it?
His last fight when he fought in New York, up in New York at the Hall of Fame that weekend. He fought that Russian called the Hammer.
Wow.
Have you been in contact with Zab Judah? Have you seen him since all this?
Yeah. I was at the celebrity fight. I think it was in July or August.
And you guys talked. You had a great
pictures and stuff. Played with his two twin sons. Yeah, it was fun.
Nice. So and that's what's you guys, Daryl, Chop, all you guys that you go to war with each other, and then at the end of the day, when it's all over, you guys actually care about each other. You don't want to see harm to anybody. You just talk about bleeding on the brain, and you were like, you don't wish any harm on anybody like that. You know what I mean? And boxing's a lonely sport. It's a really, really tough sport.
Yeah.
And to see you still active in it, man. Are you ever gonna stop? You gonna retire?
Yeah, I'm planning on doing 2 more fights. I'm gonna tap out at 90.
Wow. How many amateur fights did you have?
119.
Wow. So I want to get into your designing. Now, did you take any classes for any of your designing? Because now you designed all the outfits you wore to your fights, right?
Yeah.
Did you take any classes? Any sewing classes? Any
home economics?
Yep. Up H.D. Wilson in high school.
That's right, home economics. Jerry,
Daryl, you can't, Daryl, you can't stop, Daryl. You can't sew.
Hey, no, listen. I made one bag in home economics, man, and that was it. So I should have stopped making my uniform as well after that one bag I made.
You had some fly stuff, Daryl.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, man.
I want to get some of Daryl's, and I want to get some of Chop's stuff so I can wear on my show when I'm doing interviews, man. But so let me ask you, Chop. What was one of the most difficult things you wore to the ring that you designed? And who was it? Who were you fighting when you wore it?
I think it was Daniel Lujan. When I fought in Santa Barbara, California, I got my first loss. I had on chiffon material. It was see-through lime green.
Wow.
And Sugar Ray Leonard was my manager. I looked good. I had my hair. I had curly hair one time before I went bald. So I had this hairspray dye in my hair. It was lime green, like Dennis Rodman.
Wow.
So I was sweating in the fight. So the dye was running.
Oh no.
So you can see the hairspray dye running down in my face, and they were like, that joker turning green like Incredible Hulk.
Don't get him angry. So have you have any other fighters asked you or to design anything? Did they know you were designing your own stuff?
Yeah, they know I'm designing my own stuff, but they don't have the style that I have when it comes to putting stuff together. They don't want to fight in the designs that come to mind. Like I got one, I'm gonna do one with helium in it. My skirt is gonna float.
Jerry, it's not that, Jerry. We're in a city that there's nobody, even if Chop is their favorite fighter, they're not gonna admit it. Like myself, they're not gonna get Chop the prop. They're not gonna let Chop make their uniform because they don't want to get Chop the you know what I'm saying. They don't want to give him. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say, Chop. You know, it's just our city, man. Everybody can love Chop, but have something negative to say about him. Like me, that's why I make sure that this man know before he leave this earth, he's one of my favorite fighters. And if I was still fighting, I will make him. I will allow him to make my uniform because he make clothes. Yeah, but other people don't.
You know, you'll be fly, boy.
Come on, man. Hey, Chop, you already know. Hey, Chop, you already know it, Chop. You know that's what I do. Chop from the amateurs. That's all I did, man.
How are you? What are you, superhuman, man? Like, how are you still doing this at this age?
How long you been in that weight class, Chop?
Almost 30 years. About 27 years now. Since 95. Since 1995 Golden Gloves, 139.
Wow. Like, how do you do it?
Eat right, take care of your body. Don't drink, don't smoke. I tried that when I was young. I love the go-go. I ain't gonna lie, I love that go-go music, boy.
Hey, look, I can play as long as they tell me don't sing. They tell me don't sing.
Man, the go-go music, man, keep me moving, man, and grooving.
Right.
But just taking care of your body at the end of the day, man. I plan on living a great long life.
Yeah. It's amazing how you're still in shape, you're still active. Everybody you fought is retired and done, and here you are in tremendous shape, still doing what you do. You got to be superhuman. You're not alien.
Chop fighting. He's fighting his opponent's kids now. hey, Chop in the same division as his opponent's kids.
So I'll tell you what, man, Chop. And not only did you have, over 2 decades of boxing, championships, all that stuff, designing your own outfits to the ring and doing all that artistic things that you do. You're amazing. But I want to move on to your cooking, man. I was talking to Daryl. I'm like, yo, his mac and cheese has got to be better than my auntie's mac and cheese. Because I see what you do. So where did the cooking come from? After all the boxing, the designing, now we're cooking. Where did that come from?
It came from my mother. When me being the baby boy of 2 brothers, I had 2 older brothers, and I was the youngest. So I was a mama's boy. I stayed up underneath for her because she wanted to make sure I didn't get in trouble like my 2 brothers did. So I was in the house most of the time if I wanted that boxing practice. So when she was in the kitchen, I would be in the kitchen looking and learning. And I never liked it cutting the chicken up. She was like, help me do this chicken. I'm like, well, cut it up. I'll put it in the Ziploc. She I'm going to show you how to cut up a chicken. I said, Mom, that chicken's slimy. I don't want to touch no chicken. She's like, but you want to eat, don't you? I said, yeah. She said, well, I'm going to show you how to cut up a chicken. I'm going to show you how to cut up fish because I like eating fish. And I had to cut the head off. I had to scale the fish. And she said, one day you may not have a woman, so you got to be able to cook for yourself. And she said, you want your food to taste good, so you want to make sure it's right. So she showed me how to make my seasons and taste everything and measure. And I just fell in love with cooking because it's like in the boxing ring, I'm doing something that nobody else want to do or no one else can do. Only me and that opponent in the ring is doing it. And when I'm in the kitchen, it's like I'm in a fight.
Wow. You think when all this boxing's over, you open maybe nothing big, but a small place where people can come and eat and try your food? Home. Yeah. I would call it home cooked meals or something homey and comfort food. Because I see what you make. I follow you all the time.
Chop Kitchen.
Chop Kitchen. Yeah. No, I see you. What are some of the favorite things you like to cook?
I didn't got hooked for the last maybe 7 years now. I'm in love with lamb chops. I'm in love with that lamb. A lot of people like steak. I don't do steak. I cooked the steak for the first time earlier this year. It tasted amazing. Now, I will eat my steak, but I'm not going to eat no one else's steak.
Hey, Chop, what's your go-to meal, Chop? Like, what's your go-to meal?
Sharon's got a question. One of our viewers has got a question, right, Chop? So Sharon asked, actually my wife. And,
you said when you were like, Sharon, like, I hope that ain't my ex-wife.
No. So my wife Sharon wants to know. This is the question she asked. She says, Chop, what's your go-to dish for a quick meal?
Fried chicken.
See, honey, you gotta take Chop's cooking class so you can make some. Cause my wife can cook, but she don't cook fried chicken.
Oh, chicken is the best thing in the world to eat, man. Chicken is better. Chicken, and then lamb, and then ground turkey, and then fish. You can't go wrong with them meats.
What kind of oil do you use when you fry your chicken?
What's called Winston vegetable oil.
Yeah. Daryl, can you cook? No, you nothing. No, Daryl. No, I know you can't cook. I can't cook.
Daryl, a lover.
I don't know what I am.
Mind your business, Chop. Mind your business, Chop.
So let me look, man. It's been great. I know it was tough getting you on, but man, it is awesome. So let me ask you this. I got a question, and I'm gonna read it because I think this is the one. You ever tried peanut oil?
Yeah.
What do you think? Not the same? So if you fry chicken in peanut oil, is there a little different taste?
No, it's not a different taste, but you got to make sure it don't burn, so you can't have the grease up high.
Right. Right. Why don't you have a show on FFN Radio, a cooking show?
I would like to. Who gonna cook against me? You, Daryl?
Of course,
Me.
I am. Of course.
I can't even make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, man. I'm horrible. No,
Hey,
Daryl.
Chuck.
No, Daryl. No.
Hey, Chuck, you always
no.
trying to take advantage
Stop.
of
Why you gonna go stop in trouble with him? No. No.
Hey,
I think you should have FFN Radio. You know my producer. He'd hook it up. When you're cooking in your kitchen, we already follow you on FFN Radio Network, and we share your cooking shows. You're cooking, but you should do a cooking show where you lay out all your ingredients and you do it like a cooking show. I think it would be fucking badass, man. I'm telling you. That's just me. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know. But let me ask you.
I'm always down. As long as I'm in the kitchen, I'm okay. I'm in paradise.
All right. So my Blaze man in the background, you heard him. So let me ask you this, and this is a question coming in on something else that I just got. It says, if you could cook for the President of the United States of America, current or former president, what would you be cooking, and which president? That's good. You get a chop. That's a good one.
I will cook for Barack.
All right.
And I'll cook him. I'll cook the lamb for him, but I'll also let him have some of my ribs off the grill.
Oh, you got ribs?
I can cook some mean ribs without no barbecue sauce.
Really?
Oh yeah.
wow.
Well, I'm missing out, man. I'm missing out. Yeah, man. How you cooking your ribs? Tell me about cooking your ribs.
It's like a woman. You got to make love to your meat.
Oh, hold on,
Hold
Chuck.
Wait,
Hold on, slow down, Chuck. Hey, slow down, Chuck. Hold on, man.
Hey, you know, this younger generation, you can't say them type of words.
You can't say nothing.
Let me ask, Chop, hang on. Let me ask you this.
What?
If you could go back, would it be boxing or cooking?
I still got to do both. They both go together for me. It's one-on-one.
When you were boxing and you were preparing in training camp, most of these fighters have cooks and dietitians and all that. Who was doing your cooking?
When I was in camp, it was Don Turner. And when we were in camp at Don King's camp, he had a cook there. But it wasn't the cook, it was the individual fighter, what you're going to eat.
Right.
You got to make a choice of when you had enough. Just because you got a plate of food in front of you, that don't mean you got to eat the whole plate. You just eat enough. These jokers go to Chipotle, they get a whole bowl. Or they get that big burrito.
Yeah.
They try to eat the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to know how you cook your ribs.
Oh, I saute them. I make my own season. That's the most important part.
Wow.
I gotta measure my seasons, and I have to taste them to get them to where I want them at. And I got bottles of season back home just waiting for me now. I got a matter of fact a baby shower to do next week.
And you cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking ribs and I'm making some jalapeno peppers wrapped in bacon and Italian sausage.
Wow. And you got a clothing line?
Yeah, I got my own clothing line, Chop Quality.
Tell me a little bit about that. Now, did you design all that?
Yeah, those are my new tracksuits coming out for the fall now, the wintertime.
So if somebody wanted to purchase some of your tracksuits and stuff like that, how would they go about doing that?
They can reach me on Instagram or Facebook. We're building the website in the process now for next year. And those tracksuits you just seen, those are the Gore-Tex waterproof material tracksuits coming out.
Okay. Wow. I got to get one of those. Hey,
let me ask this question. I didn't. People have asked me so many times, "Are you DeMarcus Corley?" They call me. Hey, have you ever got that from? Hey, have you ever got Daryl Coley? Somebody ever? They sit there and say, DeMarcus Coley, Chop Chop. I said, no, that's my man.
Look at that.
I'm Daryl Coley. For years, Chop. They've been getting me mixed up with you, man.
I get. They ask me sometime are we related. I said nah, but we great friends, man. That's my brother from another mother.
Right,
Nice,
for sure,
nice.
for sure.
Check out the boots. You designed these. You didn't put them together, right?
Nah, I designed them though. I got a new pair coming with studs all over though.
Wow. Look at the chop. Yeah, you gotta keep that cooking in there, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those the axes.
So those are your gloves too?
No, that was a sponsor, B&B Boxing. He's out of Houston. He supplied the gloves for that fight.
You know what I gotta do? Is that him right there?
No, that's Chris, my assistant.
Your
Chris.
assistant?
Yeah.
He looked like he's eating something you made. Is that what he's doing?
He eating that fast food from the carryout down there.
Jerry, everything somebody eat is not from Chop Chop.
I don't know because he could be cooking. He could have been cooking that night. Who knows, Daryl? You know what I want to do? I want to get one from Daryl also. I want to get a boxing glove signed by you guys and have it mailed to me, and I'll give you my information off air.
Okay.
Can we sign the same glove, or you want two different gloves?
It'd be awesome to sign the same glove, but I'd like two different gloves because I'd like to auction them off to help a young person that's going to the Nationals, and he's got a GoFundMe page. Mikey Gudrow, we had him on the show before, Daryl, a local kid. He's fought everywhere, Texas and everything. So if I could do that, I know I'm putting you guys on a spot being live, but how would I go about doing that? Would I send you a glove, have you sign it, and just have it returned back to me?
Sure.
Okay. I know Daryl's information, but I'll get Chop Chop's information when we get off air. I'll message you or message you. We'll get it. I think that would be great because I'd like to have it auctioned off to help raise money for this young guy going to the Nationals. So, Chop, do you watch boxing now?
Yeah.
Who do you think's the best 135? You got Tank, Haney, Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko.
I gotta go with the southpaw Tank. He's gonna be number 1 on the list. Then number 2, you got Devin Haney. Then you got Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
You got Lomachenko. You got Ryan Garcia.
I don't think I can't take Ryan Garcia seriously for some reason. I don't know. He hasn't fought much.
No, but he is one of the lightweights and
Yeah.
He has a big advantage over the other smaller lightweights. That joker tall, man. He's like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him in California at the exhibition I did out there with Devin. Man, I stood beside him. I'm like, God damn, Joker, you 135?
Wow, yeah.
But I knew he was probably like 160 pounds at that moment.
Right.
He was big.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm.
Wow. What do you? So, and I can ask Daryl the same question because you guys have been at the top of the boxing pier. And what's different? And Daryl's answered this question before, but to you, what's different in boxing today is they say boxing's a dying sport because you guys used to fight everybody. You fought often. You fought a lot. I see these guys not fighting as much as you guys. Is it greedy promoters? What's the problem with boxing? Why ain't these fights like the fights that should be happening? Earl Spence, and why ain't these fights happening? What's the problem? You know what I mean? I think they do.
I really can't say because Earl, he got PBC Al Heyman, but Crawford is not with no one no more. So the fight should be made easily.
Right.
They just got to agree upon the numbers. Make sure that Crawford is getting the money that he wants, and he want to see the numbers. That's what he's asking.
Not that he wants, that he deserves too. You know what I mean?
Who you like in that fight, Chop?
Both on. At the end of the day, I gotta go with Bud. Why? He's versatile. The Joker can fight right-handed also.
Yeah.
He's a very dominant fighter when he fights southpaw. But if he can make adjustments and turn right-handed on you, how you gonna adjust to that style of fighting when you're not used to fighting someone who's coming at you from a southpaw style, and then he switches up and go right-handed?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. But why ain't this fight happening? Why ain't, I just see these fighters, and I follow a lot of these young fighters today, and I think they fight more on social media, arguing back and forth. And I'd like to see them do that in the ring, and it's just not happening. I think that's hurting boxing. I think it's hurting. It's hurting boxing. These fights have to be seen. This is what the fans want, and they're not happening. I don't know if it's greedy promoters. I don't know what it is, but I think boxing's totally losing it with not making these fights happen.
Yeah, it's hurting the sport, and it's changing the game of boxing at the end of the day. And the new generation that's coming up now, they're going to look at boxing as monopoly. It's a game that you're playing, but you're playing it with their lives.
Yeah, yeah, and it's funny. It's funny because we had a Ray Shooker Oliveira. So I only got 3 minutes left, but we had Ray Shooker Oliveira on it, and he said he wasn't going to blame Mayweather about becoming the Mayweather generation, but it's how did he put it? He said that these guys got social media, so they become big on social media. He had over 300 amateur fights, so he had a fight to get following. You know what I mean? It's easier now to get a following because you got social media. You know what I mean? And I think I don't know, man. I think these fights have to be made, man. I get frustrated sometimes. You guys, how many times a year did you fight, Chop?
I fought maybe like 4, close to 4, no more than 4, no more than 4.
Sometimes you.
I fought one time. I think I fought one time. I fought like 9 times in a year.
In 1 year?
Yeah, every month. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Why? What? I don't know. I don't know. I get frustrated. We'll do another show where we'll talk about that. Chop, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight, taking time out of your day. I know it was enough tough coming on, but the producer helped you get on. It's always great to have you on. I've had you on before. You're such a guy that takes time out of your day to do this. Thank you again so much. I appreciate you taking the time here today to come on and do this with us, talk about your boxing career. And you had a tremendous career, champion. I mean, cooking, designing. You are a man of many talents. I think you're superhuman. You're in tremendous shape. And thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Go ahead, Daryl.
I don't have nothing to say, man. I just admire the guy, man. The man, he just. I'm talking about from when we were small, man. I didn't know that he had this much in him as far as dedication, man. I thought Chop would have stopped a long time ago, and that's why I look up to this guy, man. Great guy, man. And every time, I don't care if he's fighting my cousin, I'm going with Chop. That's my man.
Yeah, I mean, Chop, what do you?
Hey, Daryl. When we going to the go-go?
Wait, look, hey, Chop. All you gotta do is get on Facebook. We're not gonna lie. Just ride with me. Hey, Chop, all you gotta do is ride with me. That's the only go-go I'm going to.
Hey, can I ride with you guys? Can I ride?
No. Why? Because, man, you from Boston, man. They're gonna tell you not from DC, man. We're Chop from DC. So you're gonna tell them, gonna say, man, who was that guy in the car with them? He don't even got the same swag as they got, man. Come in with you.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Hey, look, you know what? Now back in the 80s, now they used to put people in the trunk. Now you want to ride in the trunk? Nah, you can ride. Come on, Jerry. You know you my boy, Jerry. You can ride. My man, Chop.
Hey, listen, Chop, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I really do. I want to thank you. I can't thank you enough. I appreciate it. Let's have you on again. I would love to see you do a cooking show. I don't care. I would love to see you do a cooking show. I think you're good at it. I see your plates. And when I watch it, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting a little hungry. But again, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Daryl, go ahead.
You know who we are, man. You my man.
Anytime.
All right. We're gonna do it again. Thanks. Chop Chop Chloe, everybody. Hey, dude, he's amazing.
That's my man. That's my boy, man. That's my
He's amazing. He's in such.
Hey, Blaze.
No, I'm
Blaze.
talking. Don't do that.
Hey, Blaze, I'm sorry. I apologize. Hey, Blaze, is he gone?
Chop, yeah.
No, can he hear me? Can he hear me?
No, he's gone.
Listen, y'all.
You lied, huh? About everything, didn't you, champ?
We're live. We're still live.
We live?
We're still live. Yeah, we're still live.
Yeah, I gotta end the show.
End the show.
No, listen. When he first.
Wait, we're
hold
still
on.
live. Oh.
I know. Okay, when I first
say bye bye to everybody.
Oh, okay. Oh, he ain't say bye. But no, this is what I'm about to say. When I first seen him jump rope, I thought he was just playing for a minute. So I watched him jump for a minute. I come back out there, like 20 minutes later, he's still jumping, and I'm like, wow. I've never seen nobody jump.
And he can't jump forward, can he?
He can't jump forward.
He said he couldn't.
I've never amazing. He can jump backwards better than we can jump forward.
Yeah.
So now I was saying.
Is there any way you can lose?
Yeah, if I don't show up. And that's the only way I can lose. And believe me, I will be there.
This is Daryl, Too Sweet Coley, 38-2, 28 knockouts, former #1 welterweight in the world, on the neutral corner with Jerry Sosa.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick